Hey guys, Blazing Demon here, and I'm going to give you some Magicka character build advice for ESO on the Murkmire patch. I'll start with the races. As of this patch, Dark Elf is currently the best Magicka race due to the 7% flame damage increase, which gives it a higher DPS than the other races. However, the race changes coming with the Elsewhere patch will mean that there is a Dark Elf nerf. This is because the destructive Ancestry 7% flame damage passive is becoming a 258 spell damage increase. And I feel that in the future, the Breton will be the new best Magicka race, as the Breton is getting the 3% Magicka cost reduction passive increase to 7%, making sustain a lot easier. However, the High Elf is still a good all-round option for Magicka characters. Now, Flame vs Shockstar. This is a debate I personally wanted to cover. Due to the future Dark Elf race nerf, I would advise that if you're a sorcerer, you go with the Lightning Staff. This is because as a sorcerer, you will gain access to the Implosion and the Energized passives, which shall help with your DPS quite a bit. However, on a Nightblade, you will not get these passives, so I would advise that you stick with the Flame Staff for the highest single target DPS. Armor sets. I'll start with Spell Strategist, which I feel is tremendously good because of light attack weaving, and for those of you that don't know what that is where you cast a light attack in between every spell. And this will net you a huge damage bonus, particularly for trial bosses. However, for trash pools, you will notice a DPS loss. But if you're in a progression group where you're stuck on something such as Twins or a cart, I would advise you go with Spell Strategist. Now, Sororia is the hype set at the moment. Everyone's talking about Sororia, but I honestly don't feel Sororia is viable, as it takes quite a while to rev up, and I would personally not use it outside of dummy tests. For the trials like VAS, for example, you have to move with your lanes. You will not be standing in one spot for Sororia to hit its max potential. And even with Rakar, if you have a good DPS team, you won't be in one place long enough for that to reach its max potential again. And I think that it's better to go with an all-rounded set like Juliano's. Now, Master Architect, you have to remember here that Master Architect and War Machine don't stack, so you don't want to have more than 3 people running the combined amount of those sets in a trial. So you can have 2 people running War Machine, 1 Master Architect, 2 Master Architect, 1 War Machine, 3 War Machine, or 3 Master Architect. You do not want more than that. Whoever is running Master Architect then need to carefully position themselves as to not buff the healers or the tanks, as the 5-piece bonus will buff the 2 nearest players. And remember as well that these do not stack. War Machine, if someone activates procs War Machine near somebody else who procs War Machine, they will not stack. They will be on 20% damage increase, they will not be on 40%. However, for a Nightblade, I would advise running Master Architect in trials because of the quick ultimate Soul Harvest, which you can regain in pretty much seconds. Now, monster sets. For pure DPS, I would personally ignore Valken Scoria, but I like to run VMA, and I find the health piece comes in quite handy for that. If you're a Pet Sorc, you should be running more of the Infernal. This is as you get the rebate bonus also, which will help with your sustain when the Maw goes away. Elambris is also another all-rounded good choice. Zon I feel is good for a dummy, but I personally don't like to use it, as you have to be within 8 meters, which is pretty much stamina range, and then you might as well just have a stamina character there. 2 one-piece crit sets are also a good option.